Hey, 5,000 have committed, among other very big line in the sand kind of things, uh, 5,000 have committed treason against myself and my family, but, directly at me and the worked over in no good ways of the target audience through these operations, my fine state of Oregon. Like, I'll never be the same after these 15 years. I hope a lot of my citizens are, like, okay, but they're not. A lot of us are being broadcast and have been. And there's a lot of people in prisons and in mental institutions that are unaware, targeted individuals hearing voices that never stop, taking meds that won't ever work. 5,000 have committed treason against myself and my family. Even while disabled, I spent my days giving expert opinion and reaction and retort to any kind of public discussion about higher ed for like over a decade. As 3 generations, I combed the Oregonian for any and all Oregon higher ed related anything. Anytime they wrote about it, I was right fucking there. So you go to college. (15-second, 20-second increments of NLP from 5,000 treasonous, well-armed, nameless, faceless motherfuckers and kitty fuckers with the headgear that Kevin Christian of Atlanta talks about since 2004. 5,000. Sender and receiver relationships with my brain, unknown number of receivers. Street theater, all using neurolinguistic programming. Fleets of goons, fucking goons, young people. Some I suspected were also synthetically telepathic or something horrible like that would not talk straight for the life of them. Like, they do not know what beyond one life risk using neurolinguistic programming is with me 15 years into this shit. And they weren't even really young people. They were like passed out on machines and, totally different people than who they were. Strict protocol. I mean, the problem, reaction, solution for this shit, for ginning up conflict and whatnot. I spent my life dedicated to trying to make the plight of the college student lighter. So the scientists that designed my torture, of course, they were going to send in young people who would have benefited from that endowment to torture me when I wanted to take some classes back at Portland State. Fleets of goons acting like they knew a nigger and couldn't mutter a full sentence, literally, and I mean literally, to save their fucking lives. NLP the whole time. Not even like real people, when I mean like passed out on those machines and other locations. It was designed to kill me. It was an overlapping of disclosure of TI status and then some brief notoriety only to kill me better. But fleets of these fucking goons. I was trying to make sure they could go to college in my state. In all this design, like, I have to really be patient and bite my tongue and give a second look. Like, if I ever come across anybody in their 20s or 30s, like, and avoid that sensitization and know that a lot of those people that were torturing me and would not shut the fuck up, of the 5,000 that have committed treason against me, a lot of them weren't actually young people, and an unfair amount of them were given bad info, and I shouldn't be so judgmental and know that it was sensitizing for psychological operations, and most young people are great and parents love them. And I'm not going to kill anybody or hurt anybody or anything like that. But having your mind and body stolen by perp gangs and being remote neural monitored for the rest of your life, like it's been for my last 15 years, is a not a fate, is a life circumstance worse than death. Fleets of them. So I mean, that's how I got dialed in for my specific torture, is that to punish me for selfless life's work, not even using my real name to write on their behalf, ghostwriting on behalf of young people. Of course, then in 2016 and 2017, who invades Tualatin? Who invades Portland State? Who chases me all around the fucking country? Young people. The PhD level weaponized psychologist that came after this political dissident in Oregon really knew how to rub it in. It would have been a $6 billion endowment in like 25 years. Would never have been spent and helped them on tuition in perpetuity. So, in the dialed-in torture of how do you fuck with a blue state Democrat who had a passion for higher ed, oh, why don't you fuck with them with young people? And they like weren't even really young people a lot of the time. And I was a young person. It's really hard, especially now. The internet's 33. These young people today don't know what it's like growing up without the internet. What do they think? Electromagnetic terrorism from satellites in their cell phone is the new normal? Of course, I still love you, young people. It's just that once and the number 4all.com fucking happened to this nigger way out here on the West Coast. 5,000. It's like there's a particular unit within army structures of like how many troops have been used to try and target me and then target audience too, like out through the weaponization of all this horror. Anyways, I forgive you, young people. Just mounds of them. And they couldn't talk correctly. If they weren't breaking protocol, they were just acting like idiots. It makes us murderous. Neurolinguistic programming can fucking kill. And I may still look young, but I'm going to grow up. My hair still looks a little more obvious. I'm not your age. No. Don't talk to me. I'm your elder. Like, 18, 20, 30 years. I mean, like, I really have to hold back the misjudgment that has been sensitized into me over these psyops of young people. Like, no. I really don't want to hear what you fucking think. Particularly on things like politics. Ugh, like, no. Stop watching cable news. Ugh. Idiot.